Yeah,
Yo,
yeah, yo.
what's going on?
What's up, Playboy?
Just nothing. Let's get right to
So,
it, man.
okay, take us, take us in. Go.
Okay, so Russell Westbrook, I said what? Russell Wilson, Denver Bronco now. We kind of think opposite on this. I think that it's a better move for Denver as opposed to Seattle. I think Denver won, Russ won, and then Seattle was the middle. Did you want to go first, or you want me to go first?
I'll go first, but I actually did think of something else to push back on that Denver thing. Let me get into this. So I like what Seattle did, bro. Okay, you trash this year, you're gonna be trash next year. Whether you Drew Lock, Jordan Love, who, who, who knows?
Yeah.
Nobody. You're gonna be trash. You got two first round picks out of this, two second round picks out of this. Noah Fat, a good rotational D lineman. You're going to be trash this year. You're going to have a pick of the litter next year at the quarterback. I love it. You can load up on talent. You got picks to build around them. Jacksonville. They got the running back. They got Lawrence. You know what I'm saying? Took a receiver. They built around them. Weapons. That's why I like what they did. Now, Denver, what are you getting, Doug? What are you getting? Are we getting the Russ that looks like MVP for weeks 10, week 1 through 10, and fall apart? You can tell me about that. You pick them every year. Let me know
I
what
think
happens post week 10 to Russell Wilson.
I think I think it's just a matter of him doing too much or being asked to do too much. But I also don't think that he's played with a team as talented as what he's going to.
I'm gonna let you go in. Let me one pushback. Do too much? Is this not the same guy that we took the game with a touchdown out of Marshawn Lynch's hands for this kid? Is this not the same dude that we dismantled the Legion of Boom every time they talk? Every time a person in Legion of Boom talked down on Russ Wilson, they was going to next year. We tore the whole defense apart for this dude. We got weapons for this dude. Yeah, the lie sucks. I'll give you that. But hey, man, come on now, bro. Come on now, dog. That's my only
All right,
pushback to that.
that's my biggest thing is I think
The
it works
floor is
out for
yours.
him because okay, he went from one loaded division to another. So most people probably think that's a wash. However, they want to be the worst team in that division by far, with no offensive line. Um, their scouting department is just overall terrible. I mean, what hits can you think of that they've drafted? I mean, I just think
They
that
do no, they do draft that. They do draft that.
so the best bet, and plus between that and already having issues with Pete Carroll, it go. I if I'm him, the only hitch would have been like you're going to a loaded division, but the team is just one is poised to win now. They have young weapons. They have a defense. Maybe not so much worry about winning the division, but getting the playoffs.
I've heard some people say that they still might be the fourth best team.
Okay.
Hey,
Let's just not
hey,
go off team. Let's not go off team, but where does he rank in that division as far as quarterbacks? And I think once you nail that down, you'll nail down how the division will play out.
dude, you know, okay, he's two by default, but all right,
By
okay,
the
possibly
okay,
one.
so
No, he could possibly one. He could possibly be one. He could possibly be
yeah,
one now.
if we're being
He
if we're
possibly could
being
be the best
fair,
quarterback in
if
that
we're being fair, you can do that because what Patrick Mahomes has accomplished and what his actual level of that are two different things. He still makes the ill-timed throws and mistakes, but like he's still so young. I mean, being only 4 years into his career,
Right, yeah,
so
yeah.
he still has time to fix that. But yeah, I don't see why you wouldn't think that this deal works out for them. My only hiccup that um I didn't like is him going to that division, but he is still, I believe, the oldest quarterback in the division, correct?
Yeah, facts.
So if he is, this isn't a situation where you can go into a division and
I want to say like
you can
32.
kind of like bide your time and wait for the other teams. Kind of like what the Lions have been doing. Like, it's getting to a point where, like, for the last 3, 4, 5 years, the Vikings have been good, the Bears were okay, and the Packers are always a juggernaut. Had Aaron Rodgers left, that would have been like, oh, now we can take over. You biding your time, but again, that's hard to time that correctly. You can't really rely on that or do that. But
Facts. Facts.
I really can't believe the move. I can't believe Seattle was willing to move off of him, like you said. But 2 first-round picks, 2 second-round picks. They can release or waive Locke right now. Like, if that should be illegal if they let him be the starting quarterback going into the year next year.
Listen. Okay, I'm glad you went that route.
But
Number
one
9.
thing.
Number 9.
That's where I was going. Look? How dare you take a quarterback in the first round and not have an offensive lineman to block for him? You take a lineman no matter what the pick.
Cincinnati was just in the Super Bowl.
But so that means that you would be saying that Drew Lock would be capable of. I think he's shown what he is as a quarterback.
I'll give you that. Though. Cincinnati had a plethora of weapons. 2 number 1 receivers, number 1 tight end, number 1 running back. He going to Cincinnati, like you said. Lockett might be out of there. ASB him and Metcalf. We really don't know how good Metcalf is for real. No offense, but
only other thing is, I believe the best lineman, kid out of Alabama. I think he'll be gone by 9. So, do you take the second best lineman at 9? A top 10 pick should be used for start right now.
Malik Willis. That's what it should be used for.
I don't think he's there. I don't think.
You don't think he's gonna be there?
No. Okay. We'll get to the draft episode in a couple weeks, but I want him to go to Detroit. What do I think will happen? I think he goes that stretch in the top 10 where it's 5, 6, 7. I believe it's Atlanta, Carolina, and one more team. He does not get past that mark.
Damn.
And if you're Seattle, you'd have to move up. You'd have to move up to get him. So, do you package some of those first-round picks you just got?
You got the ammo. Or you can sit on it and wait for next year. Yeah, that's an interesting. That's an interesting thing.
I want to take a second to take credit for Malik Willis because how long ago was I on this train? How long ago was I like, yo, that's the guy I want?
You were on the.
I did the same thing last year. I did the same thing last year with the kid out of BYU. He shot to the top. Zach Taylor. I can't think. He went to the Jets quarterback.
Oh, Zach
Wilson. And he had some bumps, got injured, but his last couple games he was showing improvement.
Nah, you was on that Malik Willis day before a lot of
early
cats though. I even know to do with the Liberty. Like
so hopefully, but still I don't know what Seattle's gonna do. They just went and got a bunch of picks, and man, why go get all these picks if you don't draft well?
I mean, to them they probably draft well, bro. To us they don't.
I don't know.
To them they don't.
I don't know.
To them they probably like, we done drafted Marshawn Lynch. I mean, not Marshawn Lynch. Richard Sherman. We done drafted Bobby Wagner. We done drafted Russell Wilson. They probably think they draft great. DK Metcalf.
Maybe offensively, I don't know. Or maybe they just draft so many other talented players they forget to draft the lineman. Because Russell Wilson was back there running for his life.
Fat. Yeah, they.
What's your thoughts on Amari Cooper? We didn't go over this in pre-production, my bad, but I just had to get your.
Yeah. Bye.
You don't think that's chemistry-wise that might be a bad move?
Hey man, I'm past it, bro. I've seen them check out of too many big-time games. I'm talking about disappear. Playoff spot on the line. Philadelphia's secondary is decimated. They're starting practice squad players at corner and safety. This dude just he didn't get enough targets, I guess, and he was on the sideline somewhere, bro.
Where do you see him going?
A lot of teams need a receiver. Y'all need a receiver. I mean, Jacksonville need a receiver.
Okay.
Trevor Lawrence need a receiver.
You know what? I think he's a good player, but when you mentioned about him coming up small, all those games that he seemed to come up small was cold weather outside. So,
facts.
I mean, I will welcome him in Detroit, but we might have to go to Lambeau Field in November. We might have to go to Chicago and.
You want to keep Coop, man? I can't pay the guy $20 million, man, for like 60 catches, bro. I can't do it, Smooth.
Chemistry wise, I think with him and Dak Prescott have, I think they should. But who really needs to go from the Cowboys is Zeke. They need to cut bait early.
They can't cut bait. No, he does. I'm not saying it in his defense. They can't contractually. It's shot. It's over with. He sweet talks Jerry into the money. Yeah.
This dude hopped the line in front of Dak. Got a payday. He ain't been the same since.
According to them, week 5 he tore his PCL. He was playing his season hurt. That's why his numbers went down. And
he should have said that in week 5.
It clearly was a difference between weeks 1 through 5. That's all I'm saying. I don't know. I'm just saying it.
I don't know.
So let's keep it. What about your boy getting that bag?
Who's that?
Aaron F. Rodgers.
Okay. So this is a quarterback who was always mad because his team wouldn't go and get him weapons, right?
Correct.
And now he's going to be making a quarter of the salary cap, and his team is not going to be able to go get him weapons, right?
You would think so. I'm sure Devontae Adams don't want to play on that tag.
Bro, what does Aaron Rodgers want? Do you want to win, or do you I think at this point it's just, hey, we're not going to win any more playoff games while I'm here. Let me just get paid.
They're cooked. They're cooked.
I mean, look, I thought
you don't think they can roll in the battle with Amon St. Rod? I mean,
they can get all. Green Bay Packers have all the talent in the world to get all the way to the NFC Championship game, and that's it.
Here's my thing, bro. I'm gonna use this as a segue. I'm gonna segue into this thing. Okay, I'm gonna set it all up.
Okay.
Aaron Rodgers playoff performance, bro, made it to where I can't even vouch for you no more, bro. Yeah. I can't. You talked 2 years ago. You talked all that crap about I finally got my home playoff game. NFC Championship in the cribbo, blistering cold, snowing, choke job. What was it? The first divisional round this year?
Yeah, divisional to the Niners.
At the crib, right? It was cold as hell.
And here's the thing. Went straight down the field. First 10 plays scripted perfectly. You score a touchdown. You never score another touchdown the rest of that game. That's unacceptable.
It made it to where I can't vouch for him no more. You know who else I can't vouch for?
Who?
Russell Westbrick.
Okay. Here we go.
You like the segue? Did you like it? You like how I set it up? I brought it full circle. Okay. So, now, you was ahead of the Malik Willis thing. Who was ahead of the Russell Westbrook working out of LA thing?
You called it. I mean, as soon as you said it wouldn't work. I had a glimmer of hope just because
coming from a fan. I'm a fan of Russ, right? I wasn't on no hater stuff. I was just keeping it a dollar. So, how do you – I'm sorry, go ahead, Dub. You got it.
No, I mean, if I'm being realistic, the best chance that they have is of winning the play-in, maybe winning the first round. I don't have any faith beyond that.
You don't have faith? You don't have faith that AD coming back? AD, he's a top 475 all-time player.
Yo. He should have been removed from that all-time list as soon as he got hurt again. I'm watching the game. I'm watching the game. I go from my room, go grab some water, come back to my room. This dude's on the ground. I thought it. I couldn't believe it.
He got you Mike Tyson fight at 88. You went to go use the bathroom and he knocked him out.
Dog, he's a. I can't even say he's a great player no more. Like he's a very good player who just. He's a good guy who sometimes
he's very hard.
He's a very good basketball player who sometimes he's good enough to play basketball.
What did I tell you? You probably don't remember this, but I told you this. When he was in New Orleans, he went to the playoffs and got bounced in the first round every time. What did I tell you?
I mean, look, that's true. I can't look. Only thing I could be happy about with this whole thing is that it resulted in a championship, and I still think there's hope for next year. Just honestly, I just want to see. Huh?
It was on in a bubble.
Don't do that. Don't do that. So the championship is different because they play less games?
The championship is different because you remember the last game before the shutdown when Giannis tore his knee up playing your boys, the Lakers? Mm-hmm. Who got the heel up? Giannis. Who got the heel up? 36-year-old Bron. Who got all these old cats got the heel up?
Wait. If Giannis got the heel up, why didn't he get to the finals?
I'm just saying. It was a reset. It wasn't the normal 82 grind. It wasn't playing back-to-backs. It wasn't the grind. It wasn't going on the
all the players got to do it. It wasn't just Bron.
You didn't hear Westbrick in the bubble.
He was going off.
Yeah, going off until y'all get bounced in the second round of playoffs.
Look, only thing I can hope for is to retool next year. I got to look and see what contracts are expiring, but like it's going to be a roster overhaul.
When you say retool, you mean AD's out of there?
I'm not mad at it. Like, if you told me, hey, AD's going to be traded this offseason, I wouldn't be like, I don't feel like he's untouchable. I don't feel like we have to have him to win. Hey,
so how do you feel?
Bron is just like Tom Brady. He just needs some help. That's all he needs. Just a little bit of help.
Damn, Doug. He got 3 all-time top 75 players to ever touch a basketball at the pro level on his team.
Don't do that. So just because you made that list, Dwight Howard is very far removed from his top 75 days. So don't do that.
Dwight. We're talking about Russell Westbrook, Mr. Carmelo. We're talking about Carmelo, one of the most prolific offensive players to ever touch the rock. And we're talking about AD. And okay. Damn.
I can't. You know what? Surprisingly, I can't be mad at Melo. He's done exactly what he's been asked to do. He scores. I think his average is 13 off the bench, and that's where Russell Westbrook needs to be. Joining him on the bench, let them come in the second unit. And
speaking of Russell Westbrook, how do you feel about the Westbrick? Him not liking calling him Russell Westbrick and shit.
You can not like it, but it would make all the sense in the world to not say anything, because now you put the target on your back every away game, just like last year in the playoffs when Giannis was getting those shot clock violations at the free throw line.
Yeah.
When they counted down the first time and he missed it, they did that for the rest of the playoffs. To his credit, though, he did get better, because by the finals it didn't matter. But once you put it in, there's blood in the water. Once you put a drop in, boom, the Sharks is on you.
So I'm saying, though, take that out of it, though. Do you have a problem with it, though? Them calling him Westbrick?
No, because it's not like the derogatory. It's not racist, or it's not anything like that. It's just as bad as booing them. It's just like it's all is fair out there.
A boy like me, I take your last name out. I'll call you Dress Brick, okay? Because you don't think I forgot about that dress you had on. Out there, this boy out there building mansions and mad because they calling him Westbrick.
Yeah.
Out of here, man.
It was pretty bad, but I don't know. I don't got nothing else. You got anything?
No, that's it, man. That's it. That was good live, bro. We'll probably get back to it tomorrow.
All right, then. Stay up.
All right, bro.